Is live level up conversation. I can't believe it's August and it's warm and then we're here together. So I'm so excited to have you with us. And of course, a welcome back to my amazing creative director, Curtis Peak. He is back in the house, which makes today very, very special. Happy Tuesday. Let's dive right into today's live level up discussion.
Welcome to Level Up with Winnie Sun. Market update. Speed round. Award-winning financial pro. And now, get ready. I present to you Level Up with Winnie Sun.
Hi, friends, and welcome to the show. I'm Winnie Sun. As mentioned before, I'm so grateful to have you join us. As you may know, we are streaming live here on over half a dozen different social media platforms. So do me a favor, jump in, introduce yourself. If you're brand new to the show, hello, I'm Winnie Sun, longtime financial pro, Forbes contributor, and CNBC council member. I'm just thrilled to be here with you. It's been a crazy summer, hasn't it? And I can't believe we're already into August. Time is flying this 2023. Well, speaking of things that are flying, let's talk about the stock market because it's still currently open. We're coming on earlier today. I really love coming here and joining you earlier in the day. I'm going to try and do my best to do that as much as we can. But let's talk about how the market is currently. So the Dow is currently in positive territory. It wasn't the case earlier today. Up 20 points. The Nasdaq is currently down 65 points, and the S&P 500 is also in negative territory, down 14. What a few weeks does, right? Remember, just like literally just a few days ago, the market was on a roar. In fact, the Dow created a brand new record. So we're happy to hear that. But for those of you who are joining me, happy August, first day of the month. And I love spending the time with you. The S&P 500 obviously fell earlier today. NASDAQ also had earlier pullbacks, but many companies still continue to share earnings, and some of them are coming back pretty strong. And in fact, Caterpillar came back pretty strong. Pfizer's were mixed results. They're really paying attention to see whether the next COVID vaccine will do well, and perhaps that will help with their earnings. Who knows? Uber is also giving sort of mixed signals, but their CEO came out recently this week saying that, in future quarters, they're projecting more positive numbers as well. JetBlue also tumbling a little bit. So I would say overall it's kind of a mixed bag, and that's why you're seeing today kind of mixed results on the financial markets as well. But of course, the market's not over; it's still going. So we'll see how it closes later today. But one thing I wanted to also put on your radar, I've been hearing more and more about this lately. About you may have seen Greg talk about it on In the Loop, which was on Friday, about the whole need of caregivers and how many Americans are getting older and needing more round the clock care. Well, we're seeing more and more companies pay attention to this and seeing how they can improve the healthcare experience for more Americans. Well, Amazon definitely wants to jump into the mix on that. Now, you may have heard us talk about Amazon and healthcare in the last couple years, but now they're expanding its virtual health clinic services, not worldwide, nationwide. This service is going to be known as Amazon Clinic. Now, it was launched in November, and now it will be able to connect those of you who are part of their program to telemedicine providers, and they're going to be helping you treat common conditions, which I thought was interesting that they named this as the first one. But there are common conditions such as acne and hair loss. See, with acne, that wouldn't be one that I would probably have said, oh, that's something you could definitely do with telemedicine. But I guess it kind of makes sense. Probably in most cases, acne isn't life threatening. So that's something that you could get something taken care of. Remotely, that makes sense. And the second example they gave was hair loss. So am I getting this right? Is some of these are like more cosmetic, medical conditions, maybe, but they're going to be able they said that users will be able to select their condition, and they're going to be able to choose a healthcare provider, and then you'll be able to interact with a clinician via text message or video. So that's interesting. They might not even have to see you. You might be able to just interact with them via text. It really depends on the location, of course, I'm sure your medical condition that you need help with. Now, Amazon says that it does not provide telemedicine service directly, but it's simply acting as a platform which will help connect telemedicine partners with patients. This is really smart, Amazon, because as we can all agree, Amazon obviously definitely has strength in their technological advancement, right? With cloud and all the things, their retail arm, they really know how to use the tech. We also saw the new palm technology that they're introducing to Whole Foods. By the way, I was in Whole Foods recently and I saw it, and I asked my husband, "Do you want to enroll in this?" He's like, "Nah, it's okay," because we're just in a hurry to get in and get out. So I'm not sure how much this will pick up, but I'm sure if you have the time to sign up in the future, maybe your supermarket shopping would be even more convenient. But so telemedicine providers, though, are going to partner with Amazon Clinic. This includes like Karai Health, Hello Alpha, and The Wheel, and many others. So we'll see if this sort of picks up. I think we can all agree that through the pandemic, through the early stages of the pandemic and beyond, we've learned just how important it is to get medical aid when we need it. And I think if you've been to a doctor's office recently, it's almost like I went to a primary care physician not that long ago, and I felt like her office had gone through the war with the pandemic. There were signs like "Don't come in if you're sick." There were definitely a lot less chairs. So I think that medical professionals probably like this as well. If it's not something life threatening, doing it virtually probably would ease their time and their office conditions as well. And maybe Amazon Clinic can help with some of those like technological issues and paperwork and things, maybe making life a little bit easier. So this clinic is going to be in all 50 states and Washington, D.C., while the message-based chat is going to be available in 34 states, but video is going to be in all 50 states and Washington, D.C. So that's kind of cool. The company is going to be very, very careful in vetting the quality and operations of each provider that they bring into their program, just to make sure that there's necessary standards and there's a quality control. But currently, Amazon Clinic does not accept insurance, which that is probably going to be a deal breaker for a lot of Americans. So this is really designed for people, I guess, who don't have insurance or who are comfortable paying out of pocket. Now, consumers, they say, will be able to use insurance to cover medications provided through their service, which can be filled at any pharmacy, including Amazon's own online pharmacy. So, yeah, hopefully they'll be able to accept insurance soon, because I think for many Americans, you're paying for health insurance, my family included. I'm paying so much for health insurance. I want to be able to use it. I don't really want to pay more out of pocket, right? So, curious to see if you would use this technology. All right, jump in there, let me know. But now I'm going to launch and jump over to Meta. Meta has introduced a brand new AI powered something called personas into its services. Now, this is going to include Facebook and Instagram. And as early as next month, if you're a Facebook user, well, let's just say that you might have new ways that you'll be able to use search, that you'll be able to receive recommendations and engage with products, all via AI powered personas. Now, these chatbots, they're chatbots, right? They're expected to have distinct personalities, with one that really is good about providing travel recommendations, like for example, in the style of a surfer. And another one is going to be speaking like Abraham Lincoln. Now, this move is, of course, Meta really, really wanted to be big on AI. We know that, right? So this move is sort of designed to enhance user engagement on their platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and really trying to compete against companies such as TikTok, which they say this is going to showcase Meta's AI capabilities and and being aligned in competition with Microsoft backed Open AI and of course Google's Bard as well. Now, CEO Mark Zuckerberg of Meta has been really, really excited and vocal about his plans to integrate AI personas into the company's many products, saying that this new generative AI potential is going to be huge in the form of communication, text, images, video, and sort of like many, many experiences. So that's gonna be pretty cool. I'm excited to see what that is going to look like. But what's really exciting is that it's coming so quickly next month. That's like September. I mean, right? Today's already August 1st. So that's pretty quick. We'll see how that goes. And I'm curious to see how you feel about that. Are you going to try this out? I certainly am. I love trying out new social media technology. Doesn't mean I'll stay. I'll only stay if it's really usable, adds value to my life, and it's just, you know, it's not something else I feel like it's just overwhelming. I will say though, I definitely jumped on the ChatGPT AI technology, and I do find it to be extremely helpful on my day-to-day work. So hopefully this will be one of those things, personas, because I will say that, the Instagram threads, it was really fun. Well, it lasted for me for like a day or two. And after that got busy. I just haven't spent much time on it. So curious to see how you feel about it. Definitely jump in and share your opinion. Would love to get your thoughts on that. All right. Next topic, and this is one I don't know, Sadiq, if this is something that it's been on your radar, but I feel like it's like the summertime, kids are back to school, and I mean, my kids are back to school, at least two-thirds of them. I got one more that hasn't gone back to school yet because school hasn't started yet. But here's the thing, when you think of school, you think of funding, and one of the things that you think of is the lotto. And you probably heard about this huge jackpot that was won, I think it's someone in downtown Los Angeles just a week or so ago. Well, Mega Millions. Mega Millions is the big thing. Mega Millions jackpot has, believe it or not, reached an estimated $1.05 billion dollars as of today. I know, a lot of money, a lot of coin there. It's attracting a lot of people, a lot of interest. We're seeing this all over the news. In fact, financial news, I saw it all over. It's like the top stories today. So I want to talk to you about this. Now, if you plan to buy a ticket and play, you know how to do that. I'm not going to go into detail on that, but I would just say don't go crazy, right? Be very, very mindful. Most people don't win, most people lose, but if you do this, do know that the ticket will cost $2 per play, and then there's a megaplier, they said, which will cost an additional $1. So basically it's a $3 ticket if you're going to go all in, right? Now tickets are going to be available in 45 states. Now if you've bought one before, you probably know that you can buy them currently, but of course online ticket purchases are available in some select states as well. I'm gonna have to see if that's available in California. I'm guessing it's not because I haven't heard of this. But these drawing take place every Tuesday and Friday. Here on the West Coast, it'll be 8 o'clock on Pacific, or if you're on the East Coast, it'll be 11 p.m. Eastern. So you're going to be staying up pretty late to see if you win, or you can just check the next day, which probably is just as easy, and jump on their website. But these tickets are going to be available up to 15 minutes prior to the drawing. So if you're thinking you can go and pick up these tickets right at the last minute, that's probably not the case. Now, if you want to know if you won or not tomorrow, there's going to be two options for you. You can obviously go on their website to see if you won or not. That's where I would go if I was doing this. But here's the thing that you want to know. Now, if you win, there's going to be two options for you. Now, I know we can dream a little, right? Because you're thinking like, what do you like? Am I gonna win? I mean, like, I don't feel like I'm gonna win, but I mean, it would be nice to think. But if we hypothetically were to win, what would happen? Well, you would have to make a choice. You would have to make a choice of either taking the lump sum payment from the prize pool, and of course, that's gonna be taxed pretty heavily. And then there's a second option, which is the annuity option, which I want to talk about a little bit because a lot of people feel like you obviously understand the cash, lump sum option. You get the lump sum, you have to pay a bunch of taxes, but then you'll be left with a sum of money. So how does the annuity option work? Well, let me give you an example, right? So the annuity option works like this. You're going to get one immediate payment followed by 29 additional annual payments. Now, these 29 additional payments will increase by 5% each year, and that's to protect the winner's purchasing power in times of inflation. Now, we know, of course, just a year ago or 2 years ago, inflation was much higher than 5%. But in more normal conditions, inflation is usually reasonable. 5% usually can cover inflation. But of course, don't forget, in either case, whether you take the lump sum or the annuity option, taxes will take place. When you get money, you will get taxed. So it's as simple as that. So let's give you an example. For a typical $100 million jackpot, the initial payment would be about $1.5 million. That's on 100 million. We just said that this is like a $1 billion jackpot. So if you win the whole thing, obviously it would be significantly higher than that. But on 100 million, you get about 1.5 million. Okay, that would be taxed. And then it would grow to about 6.2 million for future annual payments. Now, when the jackpot is 200 million, each payment is of course twice as big. When it's 50 million, each payment is half the size. So you get the math there. So basically, you get some of it in the beginning and then you get a little bit for the next 29 years. Now, it's important to also mention that the cash option is a one-time lump sum payment equivalent to the cash in the Mega Millions jackpot prize pool minus taxes. Now, prize claim parameters will vary from state to state. So it's good for you if you win. If you need someone to talk to, give me a call. I'm sure I can help you out and get you to making some smart decisions. But it's really important for you to contact your Mega Millions lottery for detailed information on when it comes to claiming your prize so that you know your full options. But one thing I will say, and this is really key, when you do this, either you take the lump or you do it the annuitized format. Whatever you do, make sure to find a very, very experienced financial advisory team. uh, Financial advisory team would be even better, and also a very, very experienced accountant or accounting team as well. That's critical. You want to have all this in place before you turn in your ticket. That's my opinion, and that's what I would recommend the people that I have a chance to work with as well. With that, I hope that you found this helpful. Let me just check it on the market real quick. I see Vicky joining us on Facebook Live. Thanks so much, Vicky, for joining us. So before we tee off here, the Dow is currently up 12 points still. It's still in the positive. And the NASDAQ is now down even more, down 56 points currently. And the S&P 500 is also negative, down 13 currently. So we'll see how it closes. The market won't be closing for another few hours. So still much to think, but whatever you do, enjoy your summer. Enjoy August. I mean, this is a treat. We're gonna be here. We have a lot of fun shows scheduled for you, of course, the rest of the year and this week in particular. Thank you so much, my friends, for joining us and being here. Don't be shy. Make some comments if you're watching my replay, and if you want to share this video, go ahead and share it on social media. Tag me at Winnie Sun so I can properly thank you. Like, I want to say a big, huge thank you to Vicky, Joshua, and of course Sadiq for always being so supportive of our show. If you enjoy this video, give us a like and subscribe. And if don't forget, you can find full episodes of Level Up with Winnie Sun on NASDAQ, Amazon Fire, Samsung, LG, Roku, and many other streaming platforms. And you can check out Yes Factor with Winnie Sun on Apple Podcasts and the LinkedIn Podcast Network. With that, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. I'm going to be seeing you again this week, so stay close and reach out to me on social media. If you see anything fun, let me know, because actually this Friday on In the Loop, we're going to be talking about things to watch. Things to watch on streaming, cable, regular TV. You have any tips or suggestions? Definitely send me a message. I would love to hear from you. With that, take care and be well. Bye bye now.